Niggas wanna fuck me from behind, feeling for this ass. Niggas wanna feel up on this booty, they ain't got a chance. I be teasing, cheesing, leaning, playing niggas to the thing. They can't even check me, boo. I'm a mother. Saw your picture on my time. Hey, I'm Issa Rae, and you may know me from my web series, The Misadventures of Awkward Black Girl, or my TV show, Insecure, or some of the movies I've done, The Lovebirds, The Photograph, and I am the CEO of Hoorae. Please welcome Miss Yvonne Orji. Can we talk about Insecure? Because you just told me, like, I want to say a month ago, I don't know, or maybe a couple months ago. All the time is running together. You've been drinking too much. I've been doing that too. There was a time where you told me about your first insecure moment, like feeling insecure being on set. Like, so you went from 5 auditions. 5. To landing the part and starring in your first television series.
Yes.
And
I think at audition 4, when we table read, and then when we chemistry read.
Chemistry read, yeah.
Yo, I walked out that joint like, psh, if they don't want me, they don't even know what they want. Like,
I'm not trying to rush you. Have you always wanted to, thanks. Have you always wanted to do this, or is this recent?
It was a thing that I always wanted to do, and I specifically wanted daytime because I was like, I want to give away free stuff. Like, I want to help people go to college, maybe some cars, TV, you know, the basics.
Yeah.
But I also just I genuinely enjoy people, and so talking to them and it's cool to talk to celebrities. Hello. But then it's also cool to talk to regular folks doing dope stuff, and so I was like, I would want to do that, but I got some things I want to do first.
Yeah, well, good.
I'm Jay Ellis. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Congratulations on the game. How does that feel?
It's amazing. You know, it's a dream come true. I'm a huge fan of the show, and I get to go work with people that I love, and I love the characters and the network, and it's an amazing thing. It's hard to wake up sometimes and know that this is reality.
So how long were you on your grind before it happened?
About 2 years. Yeah. In LA and working here and there, and getting to do some fun things and some fun projects, and yeah.
And then after the season premieres, everyone's gonna know your name. That's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
It is. It's really awesome. It's a blessing for sure.
A really, really great man said this. And I told myself I was a champion before I was one. And it's Muhammad Ali. And there's so many things to take from that. I mean, from how you think about yourself from a self-esteem perspective, to thinking how, if you are thinking I want this person's career, I want to be on the road to the path for this person's career, you have to think how that person thought. And you have to believe that you are that in order to get there. Because the minute you don't, the minute you self-doubt, the minute you play yourself, you diminish yourself, you're taking yourself off that path. You're not opening yourself up to all there is that comes with being on that journey and being on that path. And I don't think we're told enough to think about it.
Project. Well, I guess we should start there. How did you become a part of the Insecure family?
The Insecure family, well, it started with FaceTiming with no pants on, which is just how all Hollywood stories begin. I took a meeting in New York with Amy Gravitt, who's an exec over at HBO, and it was just a general meeting, and we were connecting on a lot of things we have in common. She's an Air Force brat, or she was in the Air Force, I'm an Air Force brat, and had a great meeting, and at the end she's just like, we're working on this pilot with this really amazing person, do you know Issa Rae? And I was like, do I know her? I'm the awkward black girl, tell me about it. And she's like, well, yeah, I think that you guys should, you should talk to her about, potentially writing the show. Let's set up a call. And it was a FaceTime, and I got the job as a writer, and it wasn't until 3 months or so, I would say, or no, into the writer's room. Maybe it was less than that, 2 months, because we had written, I want to say maybe the first 4 episodes And Issa and Prentice, our showrunner, called me into the office and was just like, you know, do you want to play Kelly? And so that's sort of how that happened. So I wasn't even an actor on the show. I was writing on the show at the beginning. And then the rest is history. Like from there, they've been such amazing sort of champions of me as a creator and being on the show. But that's sort of the journey to where we are through 4 seasons later.
I went to school for theater, and so I've always been performing, and this has always been my passion, and I was committed to it and defined sort of success based on who I was performing with or working with and the material. Did it challenge me? Did it inspire me? And I was satisfied, you know, because I was happy and I was doing what I loved, and not a lot of people could do that. And then when eyes started turning towards my work and people got excited about it, and I just wasn't ready for that version of success, because I had found success. I was like, you know, performing regularly, and I felt seen and heard and creative. And so it's been overwhelming in the best possible way. I feel really sort of excited by this moment right now.
How'd you get into comedy?
It's funny, like career-wise, I got into comedy. It was kind of like being called to the altar kind of situation. Like there was in 2013, Saturday Night Live was like looking for a negress. I don't know if you remember this. They all of a sudden were like, we need a black woman. We need one. All these showcases like popped up in New York for stand-up, you know, for black women comedians. I had not done stand-up yet, but someone just emailed me out the blue and was like, hey, we're doing a stand-up showcase, you know, for black women. Would you want to be on it? And I knew that I needed to do stand-up because I had come to this epiphany where I realized, like, I'm transitioning out of the music business. I know that I need my voice to have power. I felt like I had things to say and a unique opinion, and I knew that comedy it's my natural tone. But I knew that if I wanted to be valuable and have merit behind my voice, I needed to be an actual stand-up comedian, not just a humorist. You know, we're not just like doing Will Rogers stuff anymore. And so she just offered this opportunity, and I said, okay. And I got my little act together.
Yeah, I definitely think social media has been a great help to black women in comedy because it's allowing us to write in our own voice and create our own content. So like for my web series, Get Your Life, I wrote that and produced it and started it so that I could have a body of work that represents my voice as a writer and as a performer, and that shows from the gate what I'm about. And a lot of us just don't get the opportunity to have that and to do that. And so social media and the web has allowed us to have this space where we can tell our stories because there are other spaces just really aren't creating stories for us.